We're gonna record this again. I apologize. My lighting's gonna be so crap in this video. We can tell. My light bulb burnt out. The last time I did this is actually my third time recording this, and the first time I recorded this actually yesterday, and then went to import it to Sony Vegas, and it was like, nope, it's just audio, no video today. So screw you. Thanks, Sony. Sony's been pissing me off lately. That's neither here nor there. Okay, I got stuff. Been about 2 weeks, but that's about normal for me. I found a ton of crap. Like, it's pretty ridiculous for the amount of time that it's been, I want to say. First up, I found a little Shovel Knight amiibo. This guy was ridiculously hard to find here in Canada. So I happened to get on the Best Buy website at the right time and saw they had a bunch in stock. So I was like, hey, I'll have one of those. So I bought it, and it shipped in I got it in like 2 days, which is ridiculous. This thing's already going for like $30 on Amazon, 30 plus on eBay. Really happy to get it at retail though. I didn't like buying like amiibos online. I really wanted to like buy them all physically. But this one I made an exception. It's the one that's not actually made by Nintendo. It's completely separate, handled by a different company, whatever, by Yacht Club Games, I think is the production company, whatever, the publisher. But anyways, it's really cool. It's got a very different kind of texture and feel than the other amiibos, which I think is kind of cool. And it has a little emblem on the base, which is not going to show up there. It is kind of so, which the other amiibos don't have. So still pretty sweet. I do love it. It's got a great feature for the Wii U. If you have Shovel Knight for Wii U and you have the amiibo, it actually unlocks the exclusive cooperative mode in the Wii U. I think the PS4 has like a Kratos armor or Kratos boss, and then Xbox has Battletoads boss. But neither of them have co-op. The only way to play co-op is on the Wii U. So really cool feature. It actually makes the amiibo kind of worth having, because it's not actually a multiplayer game, but it just adds a multiplayer functionality, which is a lot of fun. We actually played it on stream this past Friday, which we're moving our streams to Friday, if you haven't noticed. Trying to get more people to come on and hang out with us. This past Friday was absolutely ridiculous. We actually played co-op Shovel Knight, and it was probably the most fun we've ever had playing games. It's up there in the probably top three of streams we've had. Just the amount of chaos and sheer stupidity that went on, it was ridiculous. You can go check it out on the channel. You have to watch the whole thing. I sure as hell wouldn't, but I mean, if you watch a couple minutes, flick through and find some funny bits. There's gems everywhere. So, anyways, go check it out and come hang out with us on Friday and watch us play another game. I don't know what we're playing, but we'll figure that out. Next up, I went to EB Games or GameStop, whatever you want to call it, and picked up a couple games. One that I have really been looking for a long time, and one is just kind of like tied me over. As many of you probably know, Platinum Games is making a new Ninja Turtles game in the same style as like Transformers Devastation, the cartoony, cel-shaded, cartoony look, which I really like. I really like that art style, and I love Turtles, so I'm gonna be there. That's gonna be a day one buy for me, and hopefully it comes out soon. They haven't actually released a release date for that yet, or they haven't announced one, so hopefully soon. In the meantime, I need to get my Turtles on. So I decided to pick up one of these, and it's actually Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Attack on the DS, which is pretty cool. I haven't heard the greatest things about the game, but you know what? It's Turtles, and I'll support the Turtles. I like Turtles, so picked it up. Whatever, it was cheap. The next one I picked up is one I've been looking for a very long time, ever since I heard about it. I've had so many people tell me I need to pick up this game. And I couldn't find a copy, neither for PS3 or Xbox. I mean, Xbox is like my preferred console of last gen, but yeah, I would have, if I found a PS3 version, I would have bought it. But happily, I found an Xbox One, and it is Vanquish, which is really sweet. This is only $10 at EB Games if you can find it. This one was in really nice shape. I think I found it once before, but it was like really beat up, and it chewed in covers and whatever, and the disc was scratched or whatever. I just didn't want to deal with it, so finally found a really nice copy. It's got a very unique kind of fight style, if that makes sense, from what I've heard. Check out some gameplay. It looks like a lot of fun. If you haven't heard of Vanquish, now you've heard of it, go buy it. Next, I bought something off of a local reseller here in town. I didn't know it was actually him when I said I wanted it. But this is a very popular series on, I think it came out on all 3 consoles. But I know this one is, a lot of people prefer this console. And that game is Timesplitters II. So I picked it up fairly cheaply. It was like $10 or something like that. I know this will trade very well, probably in the near future. Timesplitters is a great series. Timesplitters II is up there with probably one of the better ones. It's my personal favorite, so if you haven't heard of Timesplitters, go and look at it. Go look it up. Great game. So that will be going in my doubles pile, which I'm trying to focus and get like really good stuff. I finally got rid of all my crappy doubles, so now I'm trying to build on my quality doubles. This is a really cool one. If you haven't been watching my Beating the Backlog series, I just talked about Super Mario 3D World. Actually, if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely go watch it. I try to keep them really short and concise and neat. Just short little like 5-minute videos of basically talking about games that I beat. As you can see, I have a ton of games and I need to go through them, so it's kind of my motivation to play more games and beat more games and kind of make videos about it as I go. So, I'd appreciate your feedback on that, or on those videos if you want to go check them out. And I talked about Super Mario 3D World in my last one, and I specifically called out this mini game that's in there as part of one of my favorite parts of the game, and so I really wanted to play more of it. And luckily, Nintendo heard the people's cry and have released Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So this game looks really fun. It's basically, there's a cube of Earth, and you have to manipulate Toad throughout the puzzle, and move the map around and try to figure out which tunnels go where, and it's kind of cool. I'm looking forward to playing this. Maybe we'll play this on stream on Friday. Try to get a bunch of people going and do more, more people with brains, the easier it should get technically, but with our group, that's probably the exception to the rule. But that game looks really fun. Can't wait to jump into that. And this one, I'm so happy to get this. If many of you have not heard, I'm actually surprised at the amount of people that didn't know this already. I thought it was common knowledge. Not to call out anybody that didn't know, but I thought everyone knew. This game came out, it was an Amazon exclusive, and which makes no sense. Why is Amazon suddenly getting into the video game exclusivity market? No idea. Anyways, Gravity Rush Remastered on the PS4. It's a port from the Vita version with updated graphics, upgraded frames per second, updated controls, blah, 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 all that good stuff. It's a great game. Definitely you should go check it out. I haven't played this version yet, but I have messed around with the Vita version, and it's a lot of fun, so this can only be better. When I went to look up this game on Canadian Amazon, it was going for $90+. Actually, it wasn't even available when I ordered it. I had to order it from the States. And then I was talking with, when I posted it up on Facebook, I had DC Retro Gamer and a couple of people comment saying, "Where'd you get this game?" And I told them to, it's on Amazon. And then I found out that Amazon.ca was charging $90 plus for this game, which is stupid. Like, I don't understand. I think with shipping to my house, it costs the equivalent of like $45 to $50 Canadian. So I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. So anyways, if you haven't heard, check out Gravity Rush. Don't buy it from Amazon.ca. Buy it from Amazon.com and get it shipped up to your house. I believe it's a bit cheaper now. I think there's a few third-party sellers on Amazon.ca selling this for cheaper. Don't ask me how that works, but definitely should pick it up. It's going to be probably one of those games that's a bit harder to find up in this area, or up in Canada in general. So, next up, I'm going to show something that I saved from the recycling center. Someone found these. Actually, my dad found these for me when he was working, and he doesn't work at the recycling center, but he did find them before they got to the recycling center, and he didn't know what they were really. He just kind of saw kind of gamey, cartoony stuff. He's like, "Oh, maybe Josh wants this," so he grabbed it for me. So thank you, Dad, if you're watching this. I don't know, he probably never will, but at some point he might, just out of curiosity. So he found a bunch of strategy guides for me and gaming magazines. I'm not going to show you the gaming magazines. They're just official Xbox magazines. No one cares about those. But a bunch of strategy guides and a few mangas, which are mangas. I like calling them mangas, but I'm not going to show you those either. The strategy guides are where they're at. So here we go. We'll run through these fairly quickly. BioShock 2. They're all like Brady games and Prima games. So they're, they're quality. Fable, original Fable. Knights of the Old Republic 2, Sith Lords. That one's got some scratches and stuff. Which I don't have the game for that. I should probably get the game for that at some point. And then this series, which is very popular, I don't care about it at all, but you know, some people care about it. Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red, Ruby and Sapphire. What's this one? Oh, Pokemon Coliseum. That one is, I guess, cool. I guess these are all cool. The Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And then the Pokedex version of it. The Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And then here we go into some better games. Final Fantasy VIII strategy guide. Final Fantasy VII strategy guide. That's probably worth quite a bit. Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X-2. That's probably the worst. It's got a notch out of the cover there, but whatever. Final Fantasy Origins. That one's cool. And Final Fantasy XII, which is huge. And probably the coolest one of all is the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Premier Edition for the GameCube, which is, again, not a super cheap strategy guide to find, which is really sweet. So to get all those for free was freaking awesome. Those will be going into my collection for the most part. I'll probably sell off the Pokemon ones because I don't care about Pokemon. But the rest I'll probably keep. So yeah, that was cool. And the next things I found were on Kijiji, another Kijiji deal. The thrift stores have been dead, man. Like they suck. And I think like a lot of the sharks get there before we do, so before I do. So there's just not a whole lot left. So sometimes I get lucky, but not in the past 2 weeks I haven't. So grab this bundle, which I think is an absolute steal. The guy posted these for these 3 games for $10 each, or all 3 for them for $20. So I didn't even argue. I was just like, well, obviously I'll get all 3. Like, why would I just buy 2 of them? Of course, I'll just buy all 3 for $20. So, which is great. 2 of these I'm interested in. 1 of them I'm not, but I'm going to sell it and make back a bunch of money. And that game is The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PS4. This still goes for like $30, $40. So that will be going up on eBay at some point and making my money back. But if I should keep it, here's the thing: if I should keep this, and maybe I'm just like throwing this off, and it's a hidden gem on the system, you should let me know. I've watched some gameplay, I've watched some reviews. It doesn't look that great, to be honest. So, all right, and the next one is Lords of the Fallen. I've had this described to me as like Dark Souls light, so like easy Dark Souls, essentially. So it does look cool. This is one I'll check out. I mean, for the amount I paid, it's not much. It's the limited edition one that does come with the soundtrack and everything like that, so it is pretty sweet. I will be checking that one out at some point. Maybe if I suck at Dark Souls, I'll just go to that and feel like a boss. And this one's really sweet. It is Unjust: Gods Among Us, the Ultimate Edition. I have the regular edition on PS3, so that will be going out into my trade pile, and this one will be going in place of it. So, really cool to get that. It was one I wanted to play. I know you could get, it was free on PlayStation Plus, but my hard drive space is very, very, very precious right now. So if I can delete it and then just have this on, then we're good to go. I'm not very good at fighting games, as many of you know, but it is one that I enjoy. I enjoy playing fighting games in general, especially ones with like subject matter that I care about, like DC Universe or Marvel or Mortal Kombat or things like that. But I'm not into like any of the anime ones or the Persona Arenas or anything like that, unfortunately, even though I've heard those games are good. So the last game I want to show here is one that I got just today. I ordered it based on the Crackmaster's recommendation. If you haven't checked out Crack Lotus, you definitely go. Actually, it just goes by Crack now, so go check him out. He was talking about this game and how great it was. It was one that I had seen and I had heard about, and I was very on the fence about it. But the way he described it to me was really cool. And then I did some more research into it and stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to get. So I found a used copy on eBay for fairly cheap, and I had a bunch of money in my PayPal account anyway, so I figured I'd splurge a little bit. And it's a very like philosophical puzzler, if you want to call it. In a way, it kind of reminds me of Portal, and that's using the term very loosely, but it's kind of has a little bit of that feel. Anyways, and it's the Talos Principle, or the Talos Principle, whatever you want to call it. It's got a very interesting cover. If you play this game, play it with an open mind. It's definitely not one just to kind of like play with and just kind of be done with it. It definitely makes you think more about it. Don't listen to my words about it. I haven't played a whole lot. I think I played it for like 5 minutes, just to kind of get into the story. It is very cool though. It does make you think. I don't know. I would check it out. So I got that, again, cheap on eBay. Check out some reviews, see if it's something you're interested in, and you should definitely buy it, support it, and it's one of those oddball games that I think will be cool to own. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.